Do you ever think about being alive? The magic that is just inherently breathing and existing. Thinking about how the statistical probability of your own existence happening, your life, even being a concept, is so infinitely small that you should just get out there and live life to the full. Ha 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 ha! I'm fine. Death's Door is a game all about death, as well as doors, and it was also one of the hit major indie games filled with merriment and wonder of last year, being 2021, if you can believe that. That it was 2021 last year and not that this game is good. Oh, because it is a good game! Ha 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 ha! It is just a delightful little indie game that is just so filled with character and charm. My goodness, it's just really good. You are a little bird, specifically a crow. And importantly, you've got a sword. Like all crows, you've got to go about your normal day job, which is reaping. Yes, if you thought death could release you from the never-ending bureaucracy and doldrums of a desk job, I've got bad news for you. It's desk jobs all the way down. While out on the job one day, reaping hither and thither, your mark's soul is stolen right from under your beak. And before you can wrap your feathers around the gizzard of who did this, well, it's only gone and got stuck inside death's door. So, as things have gone wrong, as they invariably often do in video games, you are tasked with the collection of 3 giant souls. That's big souls, not the souls of giants. And the only way of doing that is murder. A murder of crows. Oh my god, I've only just realised that. Oh god. But how does a crow murder? Well, as you'll recall, this crow has a sword. And wouldn't you know it, it's a simple adventure game that'll see you slice, dice, and roll at your enemies and foes to eventually crush their hopes, dreams, and lives. This combat is remarkably simple, but fast-paced enough that you'll feel like some kind of corvid killer as you deftly dart across the battlefield, sweeping from one foe to the next as you string together blow after blow. Enemies will have big wind-ups before they smash down to crush your hollow bones, and the speed in which you swipe your sword before you pull away makes many combat encounters consistently tight and pull you ever further to the edge of your seat, as your body tenses, as your health begins to drop. You see, you don't have a lot of health. You are a crow. So a few rogue hits from angry foes, or this giant laser blasting beast, is going to end badly. Yeah, death. And healing is very limited in this game, being that you can only do it at very specific spots, and you have to have the resources to unlock those spots when you come across them. Meaning, this game is incredibly tense. Like, the combat is very simple alongside this, and all these add up to just you being constantly engaged. As you push further through a region or a dungeon, that tension grows and grows as you go ever onwards, solving puzzles and various combat encounters, all while slowly piecing together some mystery greater than yourself. There are moments of true, unsettling spookiness as you creep through a mansion hoping that nothing— okay, I'm just gonna— oh god, please don't hurt me. Oh yeah, for all the moments of tension and talon-clenchingly tight combat, there are also a number of weird and peculiar and quirky characters for you to come across on your journey. Whether it's the various crows back at work who have a variety of quirks in of themselves, or the people you meet that play a bigger role in this story, like Pothead. His head's a pot, but he doesn't let that bring him down. These characters are all so consistently wonderful and fun. Most of them have this inherent positivity that wonderfully contrasts the story about death and reaping souls, that they're just hard not to take any form of comfort from whenever you get that brief reprieve to chat to one of them. Heck, even if it is just a big frog telling you how it's going to eat you all the time. It is a thorough injection of hot whimsy. Death's Door is whimsy with a capital W. Although you can't really tell if that's a capital W. What if I just make the himsy smaller? No, now you're just thinking about the fact that I said himsy, aren't you? Oh yeah, alright, yeah. There's just so much silliness in Death's Door that it's just incredibly pleasant. It feels like a perfect addition to the sort of classic top-down Zelda games of the past, such as Link's Awakening. Or even A Link to the Past. Everywhere you go, there are simple but effective puzzles for you to solve. Lantern-based puzzles, maze puzzles, puzzles with lasers. There will always be something for you to do, and that simple exploration further adds to the feeling of this being a classic Zelda game. An adventure game. So many bits and pieces to discover and snaffle out with your big beaky bonts, and for what? Well, yeah, not a lot of notable importance, but you will feel oddly compelled to further engage in this world, as any puzzle or distraction is short enough but engaging enough that it never fully detracts from the greater whole. Look, Death's Door definitely earned itself as one of the indie darlings of last year, and in of itself is just a very solid game. Its inherent simplicity is incredibly tight and adds such depth to everything that is ultimately this exceptional experience that you should definitely give a go. If you're going to force me to level some criticisms at the game, because heck, I can never just say nice things, it would be something along the lines of, there are other weapons in the game that you can use, but you won't use them because this sword just has that inherent rhythm that it feels like the entire game plays with, and it's just so tight in of itself that you just kind of don't play with those other weapons. Also, it is quite easy to technically break the combat through the simple process of just swipe and roll. Whoops. Yes, Death's Door is an incredible game. It made me tense, it made me work, it made me laugh and smile, but it also made me contemplate. The story is so inherently contemplative that despite all the weird and wacky and quirky characters, they are all at the same time dealing with the idea of dying and death. And there are some very profound moments. But ultimately, Death's Door is just such a warming game. It just fills you with this delightful warmth, as if you were drinking warm soup directly out of a man's head. Yeah, that was definitely weirder than I wanted it to be. Oh, hi there. I'm dead. If you liked this video, which was all about Death's Door, why don't you let me know by letting me know in the comment section, or if you have thoughts about Death's Door itself, let me know about those as well. Or if you have games like Death's Door that you think I should play, let me know. Otherwise, there are other videos which you can check, such as this one over here, which is a board game review all about Fort. It's a delightful little deck building game that I quite liked. Or down here is a video game review I think about Triangle Strategy, which is an RPG strategy game. Ha ha ha! Anyway, otherwise you can click on my face to subscribe. Thank you and goodbye.